night, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you have a friend that should be viewing this, go ahead and share the link right now. Don't forget to subscribe on Kingdom Arts YouTube channel and on Facebook at Kingdom Arts BB. I am your host, Paula Allen, and tonight we have with us our guest co-host, Omari O'Neil. Now, Omari is no stranger. We interviewed him on our last show and we had such a great time. Omari, how are you doing?
Hey Paula, how are you? Hey everybody, how are you guys doing?
Hey, I'm good.
Listen, it's such an honor to be here. Really, it truly is. And also joining us is our guest, one of my friends, Jean-Luc Anderson. Now, he's the managing director for a company called Aspects Creative. He's also one of the main graphic designers for the team for the Kingdom Arts Fashion Show 2019 just last year. A lot of the stuff that you would have seen on the runway, the sweaters, the t-shirts, the hoodies, I even had to get some. Most of those stuffs he designed. Jean-Luc, my guy, what is up? How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show, buddy.
It's good to be here.
It's such a great joy to have you on this show with myself and Omari. I know that you are a graphic artist. Out of all the professions, why did you decide to become a graphic artist?
Well, I decided to become a graphic artist because I wanted the opportunity to basically take my imagination and my ideas and pretty much bring it to life, and that's pretty much the main reason why I became a graphic artist.
Nice.
So, man, we just talked about you being on the show for Kingdom Arts last year. Based on the theme, Your Kingdom Come, what was the process in creating all of those different graphics? Because there were not only one or two, there were like 5 or 6 crazy dope graphics that you put out, man. What was the process in finding those stuff?
My whole process in going about it was pretty much in talks with one of the leaders of Kingdom Arts itself, Kevin Campbell. He was pretty much sharing ideas as it regards to the identity and the whole theme for that particular festival. And one thing that stood out to me, based on the scripture that he chose for that festival, a point from that scripture was pretty much, as it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. So pretty much if we're asking for his kingdom to come on earth, we have to pretty much find out the identity that he has in the kingdom. So that was my whole process in going about it. As you know, one of the shirts for Kingdom Arts had King on it because his identity in the kingdom is King of Kings. So that was pretty much my process of going about the whole designing and stuff as it regards to the theme.
Okay, nice, nice. So you are the managing director of Aspect Creative. Why did you decide to come up with a business in the first place? How did it start? The motivation behind it? Yes, why Aspect Creative?
My motivation behind it, as I said earlier, pretty much bringing my imagination, my ideas to life. Aspect Creative, like, is a company, like, we design brands. So branding is for company and branding is for individuals. So
Right.
we pretty much design brands from scratch, high quality, and giving that person or that company that long term identity. Um, because pretty much people get this whole mix up. Oh well, my brand is my logo, these my colors. I when I talk about branding, I always use the example of Chefette. So, like, even if Omari with all his swag come and get him in a purple and yellow outfit, like, he cannot walk around Barbados in those colors with not having the question of work at Chefette, because they pretty much branding, like, the purple and yellow identify as Chefette
Right.
right off the bat. So branding is pretty much the identity. So that was my whole thing from our company, and we do full branding from logos to flyers to apparel to signage. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
Wow. Wow. And the name itself, man, Aspects Creative. Like, even saying it, it makes me wonder where it came from. How did you come up with that name, boy?
I came up with that name pretty much for the goal and the pretty much the direction that I want to go down as it regards to my business. As I said, we
Right.
create brands. So pretty much is to give the company or the individual that identity, and pretty much in the name itself show them the different aspect, the different outlook, the different perspective that they can go about identifying their company or identifying their self.
I know how hard it is to come up with a name, boy. Trust me. I know how hard it is. I also know, as a stylist myself, working with clients, it's not easy trying to please the client. In that area of your job, how do you go about getting the right logo, the right graphic for the specific client that caters to not only what they want, but what will benefit them in the long run?
Pretty much that's a tricky question in itself. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, these people or these companies also have to be willing to want it, and willing to pretty much adhere to the advice, whether it might be a case of, okay, well, my target is this, but really and truly what you're trying to sell or what you're trying to put out may also be a bigger demographic. It pretty much depends. It pretty much depends on the customer. But the basic thing we learn, and some people learn in design school and stuff, is pretty much that. Oh well, pretty much get a background on the company or the individuals, so that ideas can stem from that. So pretty much it's just seeking out a background of the way you want to do it, who are you doing it for. So
Right.
it's pretty much stemming from that background and from those questions. So that's how I go about my work, I should say.
Okay, yes, and I
Agree.
see the heart behind what you're saying. And in terms of the quality that you really want to produce and provide to your clients and to your customers. So where do you
Yeah.
see Aspect Creative being or heading within the next 5 years? Because I'm already excited just talking to you, and I'm like, Aspect Creative, this guy, he knows what he's doing. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself connecting with different creatives, especially in the region. um, trying to,
Nice.
or should I say, champion the cause of actually changing how we, especially in the Caribbean, view art and view creativity. Because I mean, like, when you look at the international world, they're pretty much hitting the nail on the head when it comes to art and creativity. And to be honest, like even within the space of music as an art, like the international people are really looking to the Caribbean for inspiration and motivation for their project. So as it relates to
Right.
art and design, I think that we have a great product to offer them as well.
Sweet. One of the things that I'm interested for you to, Jean-Luc, as a Christian and your relationship with Christ, how does that really impact your design process? And the reason that's so important for us, because yes, they're designers, yes, they're graphic artists, but we at Kingdom Arts, we believe that every aspect of your life, including the arts and the creativity that God has given you, we are giving it back to Him for His honor and His glory in whatever sphere. So I just wanted to find out for you, your relationship with Christ, how does that actually impact your everyday working and your design process?
Um, pretty much just waking up, looking out the window, and actually seeing co-creation. Like I tell people all the time, God is a designer. I mean, He's the first designer. Like
Yeah.
he was the first to create. He pretty much was the first to create it. Or argumented like reality is just like we're pretty much living in His reality because He knows the beginning from the end. So
Nice.
um, I I would say as a Christian, like in terms of design, like that is where my inspiration comes. As a Christian, is just like, okay, well, like God is a designer, so I know pretty much like when I come with ideas and when I pretty much talk to God and ask God for certain insight on things, it is going to be pretty dope.
That is powerful.
And they are.
That is powerful. That's wow. Uh, wow. That really touched me, bro. Cause as a creative myself, that's the type of thing that really sets us apart. Speaking of sets us apart, everywhere we go, everywhere we look, there are graphics all over the place. There are iconic graphics, stuff like Nike, Adidas, and then there are newfound trends that the new generation are bringing up. What are your thoughts on some of the newer trends that you see today that may have inspired you or may not have inspired you, and where do you set yourself apart? What is unique about your style of graphics versus the new trends that are coming up now?
Okay. In terms of the new trends, I would say that there's creativity. You have to pretty much not be afraid to fail. So pretty much coming up and looking around and seeing the new trends being set and stuff like that. They're like at the end of the day, graphic design is, to me, pretty much a career that pretty much will never die because creativity is always changing. It's pretty much a remix of everything. I mean you as in fashion. I mean, you could see like things from the 70s and the 80s like coming back now in 2020, but then it coming back with a remix. So we're
Yeah.
pretty much like mashing up things, and yeah. So in terms of the new being set, like it's pretty much a remix. That's my whole view on it, and I love it. Because it's always a learning factor. Like when you get to one stage, it's just like, okay, well, all right, cool. But this other stage pop up. All right, go get off on this train and go again. So yeah, and then pretty much, I always tell people too, like what set me apart from other graphic designers is me. I mean, God gave me a brain, I can freely go to him. It don't matter if you're a Christian or not. You could freely go to him. You can talk to God, pray to God, and once it His will for your life, like He would give you and download all the stuff that you need. So pretty much for me, what set me apart is me um, seeking God, being that He's the first designer, and just pretty much executing it from there.
Wow, man, you speaking so much truth, bro. I know Paula agrees with me. You really speaking truth, and tapping into God is even more important in this time and in the midst of everything that's going on, especially with the racism that's going on. It's touched me differently as an artist, as a creative. It's really touched me because I'm a black man, you're a black man, she's a black woman, and we have to deal with it. And I would like to know, as a graphic artist, if you had to respond to this thing, not only as a graphic artist, but also as a believer of Christ, if you had to respond to this pandemic, not Corona, but the pandemic of racism, because it is a pandemic. If you had to respond to this pandemic of racism as a graphic designer and a believer of Christ, what would be your way, your response, your voice through graphics that you would approach this issue?
My, I believe that my approach to it through graphics, like I would want to create an image where sort of like circular image that have like multiple dimensions, because like if certain people do their research, there's multiple dimensions to this whole thing. I mean, like black people has been pretty much I'm not sure the word to use, but pretty much like tied down for over 400 years. So there's so much dimensions, there's so much societies, there's so much times that went through this. So like I would take that direction to create an image where you can see different dimensions coming through the times up until now, showing the different showing the different injustice that we went through as black people, but also showing the uniqueness that we as black people initiated into the earth. So that would be my response. Pretty much showing a whole dimensional image where people can connect and pretty much see what black people have been through the years, the good and the bad.
Wow.
So you are such a creative person, truly an artist, and we see that not only you are an artist, but you are keen on providing quality and excellence. Tell us though, after all of this and having an interview with you, let us know one thing about Jean-Luc that we don't know. Tell us one thing about yourself. Queer or not queer?
One thing about me that I should say not much people might know. I would say that when I get comfortable, I can be pretty much the life of the party, like talking, like people always see me as reserved and he's only like relaxed. Like every time John speaks, we know he's actually speaking and coming with substance because he don't usually speak. But when I'm very comfortable, I could probably be the corniest person in the room. And I actually love corny jokes.
So yes, there you have it, viewers. Something that we did not know about Jean-Luc. So if you think he's an introvert, get comfortable with him, make him relax, and when he's in his own environment and his comfort zone, he's gonna be the life of the show. So yes, thank you very much, Jean-Luc, for that information.
Well, so before you go, John, are you up for a game?
Sure.
Awesome. So this game is called From Something to Nothing. From Something to Nothing. As a graphic artist, I'm gonna give you 3 items. 3 very random items, and I want you to give me an idea of a graphic in 30 seconds that you would create with these 3 items. You ready?
Are you ready?
Okay. First item, a spoon. Second item, a bunny. Third item, you listening? Yes. Flying fish.
A spoon, a bunny, and
flying fish.
Okay.
Time starts now.
Okay. So pretty much I'm speaking this idea and not executing it. So I will probably have an illustration of a wave in the background. But so using the flying fish. So illustration of a wave in the background using the flying fish in the wave, but then in front of that now is the bunny holding the spoon. I'm thinking a ice cream parlor in Oystins. So pretty much I'm calling the ice cream parlor Snow Bunny.
What?
So that's my idea, that's my logo right there.
Dude!
Bunny ice cream parlor.
In 30 seconds?
Snow Bunny ice cream parlor, you could tell that in Oystins because there's flying fish.
Well,
so ice cream parlor
Omari.
at Oystins Fish Market.
There you have it, yeah. Jean-Luc. He is a creative at heart. Brilliant. I don't think I would have come up with that. Snow Bunny ice cream parlor, and you know it in Oystins, Barbados, because of the fish. Jesus. Mm-hmm. So yes, yeah, you're good. You're good. So any last words you want to provide to our viewers before we close off?
I would say just pretty much keep God first. Understand that we need people in order to get through life. With everything that's going on right now in terms of the whole Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, you just remember that God is in the midst of this whole thing, and understand that some people are feeling very tired and not knowing what life is really all about, especially with even COVID-19 and then this whole injustice thing happening. Like, understand that God is in the midst and He will bring us through, and everything will be pretty much up from here.
Any words from you, Omari?
I'm just blessed. I'm blessed because this is a young Black man. This is a young man of God, and he has a vision for himself. He has a vision for the will of God, and he's not gonna let anybody stop it. And I think that's admirable, bro. You know, there's enough love coming from me, and I just wish you all the best. I pray God's blessings over you. I pray God's blessings over everybody that is viewing this right now. Stay safe, stay close to God, and enjoy life.
And that is it, Jean-Luc. Thank you again. And Omari, it was great having you as our co-host. And everyone, join us for our next KA Fashion Connect. Don't forget to watch Kingdom Arts YouTube channel and to go on Facebook at Kingdom Arts BB, where you can get to view all of our episodes. Stay safe and take care. Bye.